2009.
I learned ASL during high school, actually, in order to support my cousin who had lost her hearing.
My sister, who's 8 years older than I, is deaf, and in order to communicate with her on her level, I wanted to learn it because I wanted to know what she was saying, basically, and I wanted to be able to communicate on the same level. So always asking her to come to my level, I felt was unfair.
Every Christmas, I try to learn a new song to present to my cousin, so that she knows that I'm really trying. Even with my busy schedule, the least I can do for her is to learn to communicate in a way that she is comfortable. I think that's what love is learning to communicate and show love in a way that someone else knows how to receive it.
I had always been fascinated by sign language, ASL, how beautiful it was, how secretive it was when I could see her communicating with her peers without any of us in the family knowing what she was saying.
I don't know why I fell in love with ASL. I started picking up at things really easily. It seemed so natural to me, and it felt like my calling.
In my daily life, there have been instances where I will run across a group of deaf people that I don't know, or a deaf person, and just be able to be that person to communicate. People who are deaf, we always say it's an invisible disability because you don't know someone's deaf until you try to communicate.
I work at the UCLA guest house, so the hotel, and I had a guest who had called, and when I was speaking, asking about the reservation, I noticed a little bit of a delay, and that the voice that was responding was kind of very formal and professional. And something in my gut told me that it was someone who was deaf using like a video communication. And so I asked, do you need any special accommodations? And then when she arrived to the hotel, I was able to welcome her in sign language and tell her my name. And I think small things like that made her feel so much more comfortable in the hotel, that she was more comfortable to ask us if she needed anything.
I work at Starbucks as a barista, and it's helped me a lot because there's people that come in and I kind of already know that they need it because they have a paper and pen ready, and I know it. And we've had customers come in and they just how they light up is just so amazing.
And the structure, just an easy way to think of it, as far as conceptual goes, is when we speak in English, we have subject, object, verb. I go to the store. And ASL is kind of reversed. It's object, subject, verb. Store, me, go. Food, me, car, me, drive.
I think actually the hardest thing is finding someone to practice it with. I think ASL can actually be almost easy, not easier, but because it's an action. You use your whole body, you use your emotions, you use your facial expressions, and because you're associating words with actions, I think it's almost easier for some of the words to stick in your mind than just having to memorize other verbal languages. So I think being able to find someone who you can practice with, I think is really hard. And that's why more people should learn, how to communicate in American Sign Language.
Patience, not yelling at them, because that doesn't do anything, honestly. Patience is like the only thing I can think of, because I know people can get frustrated when there's a language barrier between any language, and so they're having a tough time too. So just to help.
Well, I think that everybody, whether you're deaf or not, has something to say, and has something to do, and has hopes and dreams and desires, and hopefully people will meet a deaf person and maybe learn some of their language and culture and realize, as the famous expression, and I don't know who coined it, I can't remember, but deaf people can do anything hearing people can do except hear.
The deaf community is another culture. They are humans just like us. and I don't think that we should have a barrier, because they're beautiful and brilliant and smart and have amazing thoughts as well.